A very warm welcome back to you lovely lot at home. We continue with European CS here. It's going to be Mousesports versus Optic and Return of the King. Sticko is back. What happened here? Dan, I told you if I touched it, it's going to fall. James came along and wrecked it.
I've got, heavy hands, so I broke the picture. We should put a picture of Yanko in here, I think.
Yeah?
As, he's gone to the coaching life now. So I think we should stick a picture of him in the studio somewhere.
What kind of picture?
Just a picture of Yanko.
It's a nice one or a funny one? Or
I don't know, see what's available.
Yeah? There's plenty.
We'll have a look and see what we can find.
Fair play.
Let's put this over here for now.
So, the return of Sticko, boys. Let's talk about that. Let's first of all work out why he was removed. Is there any logical reason we can work out as to why he was taken out of the team and brought in by Snacks? Did they feel like they were stagnating and Snacks would be the solution to all their problems?
I think it's the way that I think it's the process in the Mousesports organization. From what I can see, it feels like it's kind of like the decision-making power comes very much from the management, and it's quite results-driven. So it might not be that the decision could ever necessarily be made by, okay, how good is the actual Counter-Strike team? Because that is different to the context in which you place them in. For example, if you place a really good Counter-Strike team in a spot where they're going to burn out, then you're going to get worse results. And so then if you're looking at like, oh, this team's not getting good results, let's just switch a player. That's not obviously the right call. What the right call is to make them do less events. And I think that's what happened, basically.
Well, James, they won a tournament with Snacks, right? They won one of the biggest of the year, one of the most iconic venues, which is Barclays Center in New York. And they managed to win that in great style. Best of 5 was epic. I felt like, oh, great, now it's all working with Snacks. Then Sticko comes back in. Do you still feel like he's the better fit for this team?
I don't know if we had enough time with Snacks to see if he would be a better fit from the outside looking in. But a lot of people didn't think it was necessary to replace Sticko in the first place, and I know that not every roster change is necessarily the team's decision. I know there've been some times in the past where it's like, if you don't do this good at this major, then sure, there will be changes. And they've worked out for the best. For the better, surprisingly, I think in most cases those would be disastrous. But yeah, I think a lot of people found it strange that Sticko was removed from the team, and obviously from the inside out, you see that they realized afterwards, oh god, actually this is the girlfriend I want. So they're back together now. Mousesports on the B bomb site, trying to defend as Optic rush in. That's a nice one tap from Rops. Sonny's looking over the smoke, running out of bullets, but he's done some damage. Can it be followed up on by the likes of Rops? Indeed it can. Another one tap from Rops. Man like Rops running things on the B bomb site.
Bomb down, but no kills. Optic get absolutely wrecked. Rops looking very efficient. He managed to get 3 kills.
Say it properly, Henry.
Man like Rops. Whatever that means. Dan, do you say that as well?
No,
I can't imagine you do.
Just leave it to James.
Just leave that to James.
So one quick thing here, we another bit of maybe gossip or rumor in the rumor mill is Sonny obviously like following everyone on Instagram.
Oh, I saw that with the phase.
Yeah,
calls,
what do you make of that?
Well, there's no smoke without fire. That's what I usually say. It didn't just follow them randomly.
Yeah.
Like, that is a bit odd, But why would you? Surely he's aware of what the Reddit detectives are like. Why would you ever do that in one sitting?
Reddit detectives.
Yeah.
For trolling, maybe.
Yeah, could be trolling.
Sonny, one of the many style gurus on the Mousesports. The man probably with the most expensive shoes in the game, in the shoe game.
How expensive?
Philip Klein. Expensive.
What does that mean? Is that big?
It's very expensive, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Talking about 5K?
They're not cheap.
Okay. Fair enough. Oscar shutting the round down. The Org's out. The FAMAS is out. The MP9. That's a crazy skin from Chris J. I like that. It's like a robot.
That is mental, isn't it?
It's like a printed circuit board. A PCB. We're all familiar with those. I love the hot rod, though. 54 seconds remain for the last 2 Optic players to take whatever they can out of this round, which does not appear will be a lot. Chris J with the scoped weapon. It does make sense.
On train, yeah.
Do you have a custom zoom sensitivity ratio?
No, 0. Or just 1, whatever the same as
the default.
Yeah.
I think Guardians is like 0.8 something. Mine is 0.79. I don't even remember why I changed it in the first place.
No idea. Just give it a go.
Yeah.
Asian takes that one to the face. down to 50 points of health. Great start for Mousesports. Won't take too much work to get Sticko back in their system. They tried to get Snacks in there, and Oscar somehow has got on Pop Dog. Got a kill in the back. Taken down Nico and stole his AK. This is looking amazing for Mousesports. They're really feeling it today, but still, there's a chance this could fall apart. Sunny, though, perfect opportunity to take a frag away. He's got the bomb outside now, but not for long. 3 versus 1. Snappy, the in-game leader of Optic, will have to fight back here, but nothing he can do. Sticko looking efficient outside. And we'll have 3 players survive in the first gun round there. Optic, no plant, no money, and at this point, might just have to take another partial buy.
Only 2 kills so far for Optic. 3 players with 0 deaths on Mousesports, so they're really making money at the moment. Borg continuing to come out here onto Chris, and 3 AKs already collected. That's always fun for the CT side. Let's see what they can do with it. Sunny opens things up. That's 1 Deagle down. They're playing the pick game with the Deagles, so you can't really do much in terms of gaining ground or position with no utility. So, but what you can do with the Deagles is find those 1-shots or get 1-shot yourself. Config showing everyone how it's done, taking down Stiko. Okay.
For those who, I think many people won't even know what the zoom sensitivity ratio is. Basically, when you're scoped in, it changes the sensitivity versus your unscoped sense. It's a nice 1D from Cajun B, but will it be a small highlight in this round? He's alone now, but he can still do some more damage. Case in point, he was close, but it will be 4-0 to Mousesports. I think doing lower than 1 would keep your sends consistent with when you are unscoped, if I remember correctly, but I don't know exactly what the what that number is. Anyway, 2 AWPs being drawn out by Mousesports in this round versus the AKs and the AWP of Yugi.
Right there. The double AWP setup indeed is out. Chris J and Oscar back at it again. Sticko will be positioned outside. Chris J watching Ivy. Good nade, it looks things. Significant damage to 2 players. Nico taking the most. And another default ensues here. Optic looking to find their first pick. Haven't really probed into the key choke points yet. This will be maybe the first towards the pop dog room.
Let's get ready. Can't just peek this with nothing, no flashbang or anything like that. You've got to have something. And there is that something, the smoke. So Optic looking to go in for this B attack, but this setup from Mousesports could be quite strong. Oh, Oscar misses the first shot. It's there though, ready to body block. In the smoke, perfectly done, and great vantage point down below. Finds an additional frag. Oscar now on the low ground himself, but Config is very quick and he's going to even things up.
Down goes the bomb on default. Config advancing, creating space for the team. The smoke will certainly help. Gives him an extra hiding place as well, and other angles. But he's been spotted just in time by Sunny. So maybe the retake is on. 2 of the 3 players with defused kits. Yuki should have hit that one. That could be a critical miss, but he goes back to the well. Player by Oil Stiko just about getting the frag, leaving Cajun B 1 versus 2. Looking for the first player. Heard the ladder. Easy frag for him. Smoke on the bomb. Smoke. Oh no, flash on the ramp. And I don't think he heard the beat. Beat realizing now his teammates must have told him. Oh. And he's not going to make it there, Cajun B. Thought it was a fake, but it wasn't.
God, it was so close. It was looking so promising, but Optic can't find their first round. Comes down to the spray battle, but Rob's doing a great job once again. That second shot was pretty sublime. Sticko getting it done. Comes down to the 2 versus 1. And Sticko with a full defuse. The shots connect. Oh, right down to 12 HP. So frustrating. And double AWP comes out once again. So significant finances removed from Mousesports here, but still with a full buy, of course, as we enter round number 6. Robs, this time with the lower ramp.
I remember Sika saying almost everybody at some point has been benched on this current Mousesports team. I think Chris J was benched for a while as well, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I think pretty much Sonny and Rops, I guess. The only guys who haven't received the bench treatment. But it's good. Sometimes a sin bin will make you a new player. Config admiring the Molotov. Keep your gun up, please. Nice flash for the close left corner. The config will soon re-emerge. Yugi has got far on IV, but Chris J has the alternative angle and it works out for him. Meaty grenade into into Hot Dog. And Nico doesn't want to be a hot dog. Doesn't want to stand in those flames. Can Optic get their first round on the board here?
Ooh, config, aggressive. Opening things up, Nico helps out as well. That's so much damage. So much for the Orbs to do. Oscar not connecting too much so far, having a hard time of it. Down to Sunny and Robs here on this A-bomb side there. Right next to that bomb. Ooh, head spotted. Robs kicking things off well. 2 versus 2 now. Lots of time to try to find out where these last 2 players are. I think Rob spotted one. Config by E-Box, though. It's a great position. Now they're 2 versus 1. How have they managed to pull this one off? Config, though, he's been looking so strong so far. Great spray. Rops 1 bullet from death. So is Config. And he's going to go down. I can't believe it. Rops will save it. Another clutch one by Mousesports.
Is that a 4-on-2? I believe it was. Oh, that's so disappointing for Optic at the first opening kills as well. It was looking like it was all falling apart. Then Rops brings it back to the 2-on-2. The flashbang was perfect. Occasion B couldn't avoid it. It comes down to 1 bullet difference, and Config can't connect the dots. They keep on purchasing. They've obviously got the maximum loss bonus, and the bombs being planted. Each round coming down to a 1 versus 1. You can see it's affecting Mousesports more than it is them. First shot connects. That's Yugi hitting Sunny, but couldn't quite find the frag. Down to 16 points of health.
Like this, going aggressive on Ali. Rifle support and Steeko. Chris takes the peek, spots nothing. Oscar going aggressive as well. So aggressive everywhere. And now life, this looks, Optic have a really big advantage now. Sunny's basically dead. And they have 5 players. They're about to execute into the B-bomb side. This looks so strong for Optic. This has to be the round.
Steeko has plenty of information, however, so they can concentrate the forces on the B-bomb site, giving him an extra man before the push even comes in. We see Rops on the middle of the bomb train. He will not be Molotov. Watching the player emerging from the smoke. There's info for the T's now, but how long will it be good for? Rops standing in his position, stuck behind another smoke. And Steeko's here for the containment. Here's the rotation. He's good for...
Ooh.
No! That's a massive frag from Cajun B. How on earth did he do that?
Wow. There's a chance now. Absolute clothesline comes in from Cajun B. The bomb will be planted. This is looking good for a round now. Chris J hits that shot. That's pretty unbelievable, but he will go down in response. Another 2-on-2.
So many rounds down to the clutch. But finally, this one looks so favorable for Optic. Sunny and Rob's critically weak. Snappy will take down one. And Rob's looking hopeless now. He will give it up, and Optic have done it. What a back and forth round.
Look at the money on Mousesports.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the last 2 rounds come down to 1-on-1s. And I think the one before that was even that full defuse. There's been so many tight clutches, and Mousesports have finally been broken. He'll have to save that M4. They'll buy up around it, almost certainly. See what they can do with the SMGs, shotguns perhaps, and that kill decided the round. Steeko, if he decides a little bit more defensively perhaps, and plays a really difficult, awkward angle, that would be excellent, but he was going for the flank and didn't have the time to fall back. And let's say, got a force buy? Or not? Okay. I thought they almost certainly would, considering 2 players. Now 3 won't be able to buy. Let's see what they can do with USPs. 1 M4 and a scout.
Mixed bag from Mousesports. Cajun B may be doing some of his best work at the moment. Really great day yesterday. That was quite the frag from him. All that maiming from Optic. 3 bomb plants in a row will make rounds very expensive for Mousesports, forced for onto retakes and so on. So here they are, some pistols, a scout on Chris J, and Rops with his saves M4. Snappy looking for info. No grenades at this point for Mousesports. Not sure if they bought any. So Optic don't have that to worry about. Not that they know that, of course. Probably expecting a force buy. Let's see how they deal with the situation, how they identify the makeup of this Mousesports team for this round.
Moving out the upper position. It's always strong if there's no ops in play. Bomb down straight away. That should signal the end of the rounds. It's about getting some extra damage in here for Mousesports as they possibly can to boost over the smoke initially to try and do that, but they don't want to give up everything for free here. KGB on the flank. And he's certainly going to find one. Goodbye to Chris.
Well, it could be a kill here, though. Sacco in position, taken down, though. Yeah, it's looking like a very convincing situation for Mousesports. They are going to save the M4A4. That's towards the server position. Rob's brought that in from the previous round. And they didn't force buy into this one, so with the money they get from this, there'll still be a purchase available. You can see Sunny and Oscar, though, 1,400 each. And now Rob's with 1,900. It's really not ideal. I would say that's still going to be a difficult buy for them. They can afford an AWP. Make it 2 of them. They could buy double AWPs and have the M4. Is that where they want to position themselves?
Right then, will we see some more absurd shenanigans from Oscar? He's got his AWP. Nice jumping from Yugi. Does he know flashes? Thought he connect a position. Will he re-aggress though? The CT certainly will, taking some tags. No response really from the T side. Sunny with the MP9. Can't retrieve that gun just yet, but Snappy's been taken out. God knows where from. We stay riding with Yugi as he tries to do something in this A main area, but there are so many angles to look at. And that's one of them. Sunny finally taken down.
Absolute chaos at the start. The MP9 delivering the AWP as well, but a 3-on-3. Nico, a very good position. Also guaranteed a kill here, and indeed he is. Rops just didn't see it coming. Smoking off towards a connector. That's going to cue for his teammates to rotate in down the lower ramp as he pushes towards CT spawn here. Great stuff by Nico. This could be enough to win the round on its own. The save. That's it. Not interested. AK and AWP, so we'll collect all the grenades on the floor as well.
It's a really nice finish with such a start. Using a couple players pretty quickly, still managing to convert. Mousesports, it's been interesting so far. The game is much more even than the score suggests. And Optic are one of those teams at the moment where they are so hungry. You'd imagine the Mousesports must feel good, because I feel like Stika returning is, has to be, very motivated by the players.
Yeah, it'll feel like they're going to be more comfortable. They get back to their proper system. They don't have to convince someone to play spots they don't want to. I remember reading the Snack statement after they announced he was removed. It's like, why are they? It was just exactly what everyone was saying when they got moved. It's like, well, he's going to want his own positions. He's not going to want to have to defend the knee and do what they say. And that's exactly what he said. It's like, how did no one see this coming? Very odd. But double AWP set up now. Mousesports. With Oscar and Chris J trying to get it done here.
Timing. Stika with the peek. Gets a headshot, but Trey comes down. Now Chris J's in a very compromised permission position. And he's got Sunny rotating into the back lines, making sure that he can watch over for the alley push, just due to the smoke that they threw. It means that it's a bit of a question mark for Mousesports at the moment. You can see it took him a while to peek that. And in the meantime, big rotation from Optic. They've absolutely voided the position now. Rotated back towards T-Con. And Mousesports expending more utility towards the alley position because they are certainly worried about it. And now Optic, with a clear front of the yard, can now attack all together. They've done this brilliantly, but can they follow up on this?
Config dancing around a train, but Sonny will find an easy spray. Chris J missing a shot. Normally he would land that one. 20 seconds for the bomb to go down, and Optic don't have control of Ivy. Maybe it was smoke up, I don't know, but that's a huge frag from Rox covering his teammate's position, shooting at the feet as well. Telling Optic to dance. 3 on 3. We've got some flanks being attempted by Sonny. Oscar running distraction in the meantime. There is a player in the Olofmeister position to be aware of. Will Sonny find him? Molotov. He hears him, he frags him. 3 versus 2. Bomb continues to tick. Sonny's the one with the kit. That's huge from Cajun B. 2 massive frags from him. Where is the trade fragger though? Sonny needs to find out. He's got a smoke. He can create some space, but he's running out of time. He's been heard now, and I think he's going to retreat. Big frag onto Snappy, but he won't win the round. AWP will be saved, and that's round number 4 for Optic.
Back and forth, but Cajun B saves the day once again. That's now 4 rounds in a row for Optic on the T side of Train. Cajun will save the AWP, and we've got a massive bankroll on that terrorist side. Mousesports, anything but. Robs did absolutely everything he could. Managed to get the FAMAS kills. They're closer and closer to the bomb, but this was the moment where it all collapsed. It was an advantage for Mouse right up until that moment. And it looks like they're going to have to... force buying? No, they're going to just buy up an M4. And the AWP was dropped by Sonny from the previous round. So Oscar's got that, and they've got 3 pistols to accompany them.
Oscar's a big fan of Train. I think it's one of the maps he's most comfortable on. I'll never forget that 2 versus 5 with him and Rops. 2v5 retake. Absolutely absurd. Not shy to do aggressive things. Kill plays on ladders and such. And they've got 2 kills out of this, and Oscar still has the AWP, choosing to reposition, taking a safer angle where he can get some cover. Now closing the distance. Sidewalk player taken down. That's a 4 versus 2. A huge frag from Oscar again. Battle sniper, leaving Cajun B to do a lot. He's been good so far, but are we asking too much of him at the moment? The Molotov on the site. Sonny does have a kit, so this can come in quicker than he might expect. Which way does he go? The high ground or the low ground? The HE for the site. Not every player has Kevlar, but of course Sonny does. Charging through now Cajun B. So many targets, the bomb gets defused, and no more kills for Optic.
Very scary moment. Cajun B, I felt like he had one more kill in him, but not quite. Mousesports with a difficult buy. Finally break the streak of Optic. It goes 7-4. Double AWPs themselves now. A couple of AKs for Sticko and Rops. This is looking much better for them. A little bit more secure financially overall. Win this round. It could be looking very good for them. Who will break their opponent first? It's going to be Sonny heading towards the Pop Dog. And an inside play once again. Rops needs to be very careful. Escapes just before they spot him.
Nicely done by Sticko. Set up and catches Optic completely off guard with their pants around their ankles. It's not a great place to be caught. Unprepared, but maybe Nico can be more prepared as he pushes the upper position, trying to get something going for his team. But he's been spotted now, and Rox will lay into him with the AK-47, and it's an easy kill for him. 14-4 now is Rops. Very efficient stuff, and the big flank coming in as well from the likes of Sonny. So Optic not allowed any space to breathe here as they now try to make inroads through Pop Dog, but Train is, it's just so awful in this position. It just feels like there's nothing you can do, nowhere you can go. And they are not long for this world, are they? In comes Sonny from the back.
From the back.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Well, that really hasn't gone well at all, has it? Nice aggressive push towards Ivy at the very beginning. Flashbang was absolutely spot on. Here's Chris J setting up Sticko. You can see they got so wrecked by it, nothing they could do. Great shots from Sticko. Similar story for Sonny, gets 2 in the back. They have no idea what's going on. 8-4, it's going to be Eco now for Optic. 2 in a row for Mousesports. Optic couldn't get anything done there because before they even started their default for execution, they were already taken down. It's going to be Deagles across the board. See what these games can do.
Okay then, Oscar. Okay then. Alrighty then. Very well. Rightio. As you wish. If you insist. Snappy with 32 HP. It's a waiting game. It's a dying game.
Doesn't sound very fun, James.
Only if you're the CPU. Snappy's on extreme mode. He has minimal items. No regenerative health. And here come the dogs.
Well, there we have it. Optic nowhere near the side once again. 3 in a row for Mousesports. Money stabilizing, though, for the Danish squad. They can bring out the AWP. Yuki hasn't really been stepping it up as of late. Last 2 months, like I normally give him so much praise at how sick he is. I haven't really seen it for a while now. It's 4 and 10 again. Hasn't been performing games we've casted, at least. And a map like Train normally is right within his wheelhouse. This time it will be Rops pushing up the lower ramp here. Molotovs towards the outside area. Flashbangs too, but great response from the CTs. Sunny takes a lot of damage from those Molotovs, but stays alive for now. We'll have to use a smoke. And here comes the final commitment from Optic.
In they charge. Streaming into the A-bomb site. Counter flashes galore. Chris J, too many targets, too many man. Won't land a shot on this occasion, but he will surely re-emerge from the smoke. There he is, there he goes. Stico and Rob. Stico on the high ground. No angles on the bomb, however, not for the time being. Think he's been spotted. How does he escape? Baiting for Rops now. Can Rops get anything done? Config presents himself to the angle. Config gets the kill. 5 rounds for Optic. Not too shabby if they can get 6 moving into the CT side.
Yeah, 6 is fine. There will be a gun round to close things out here in the first half. Optic, after going down 0 and 6, might be able to pull this all the way back to 6 rounds on their T side, which won't be too bad at all. Absolutely fine, recoverable, especially with their strong CT side. Chris J and Oscar will bring the AWP into the last round. And we'll see what can be done here. Stico, once again, probing towards Ivy, but it's dropped to smoke, and we'll pull back.
Sunny on an expedition back into Pop Dog late. Hanging around. Flash comes in. Config half blind, still gets the kill. It's looking pretty bad now for Mousesports. Nico's got an open bomb site. That's the bomb that can be planted. Oscar has to frag out. He's got to be aggressive. He's got to win every single battle. That's not an easy task. And now it's an impossible one. Oh, that's going to be that, I suppose. Optic with 6, most likely, unless Stico can get something miraculous, but falls at the first hurdle, and that's indeed 6 rounds for Optic. Not a bad result, all things considered. Could have been a lot more, just due to the nature of how close a lot of rounds were in this game.
Yeah, there was plenty of tie clutches, lots of missed moments for for Optic, I should say, and plenty of 1 versus X's going against them. But still, 6 on the board as they move to the CT side. It's absolutely fine. They won't be worried too much about that. We'll look at the buys and see if we can work out where this one's heading. A lot of teams have been favoring outside recently. We normally say it's the inside bomb side where you're guaranteed a plant, and with the new meta, you'd think that would be ringing truer than ever. 2 smokes, Molotov, either for post-plant, or you could use it to push back players towards the connector. Nico spots 3 towards inner, and he'll be falling back, does not want to go down. So that'll call for a rotation. We have got Config and Snappy waiting at the connector here, and you don't really see this boost too often, but it actually works out a dink towards Snappy. That's actually quite cool.
They didn't see the bomb on that peak from upper, interestingly enough. He saw 3 people, but no bomb on the radar. The bomb is near main, carried by the likes of Stico. So that is something to note. There was a rotation, however, so perhaps a fake was being offered in the meantime. With the numbers towards B, you would imagine that B would be favored. That is quite the smoke towards Ivy. You can see he's been blocked by the CT on this occasion to give them angles down into main. Very important. Optic are throwing it as well. Shadow will give Chris J's position away. Config's going for more than a 1-tap. Probably not even detected just yet. Chris J with a very weird 180. Manages to get a kill for a time, but he's gone now. And Sony won't last much longer. 4 players survive for Optic. They'll all need $1,000 upgrades though. But they have won the pistol.
So teams splitting the pistol. It's always good to see for a close game. And that said, the bomb did go down, so there's an option here now for Mousesports to go for a force buy, which would be very strong. Or they could wait one round and have a very strong full buy. So those are the two options they have available to them. On a map like Train, you can make the force buys pretty damn strong just because of the ability for those smokes and flashes to get you into position on the bomb sites, and for the how fast moving you are with pistols as well. Can really overwhelm some positions, but they choose to go for the full save. Config has brought out the auto shotgun.
Well then. Let's see whether it'll farm some cash here. Mousesports with 4 players above Pop Dog. A couple of them just taking a shower right now. And now, just Sunny. He's the only one with a significant upgrade in terms of the pistol. Desert Eagle for him, trying to get a 1D, maybe force a rotation, but here comes Nico. He's going to find a lot of players any second now.
Ding dong from Stiko and Robs. Nice bursts from Snappy, but he needs more kills. Thinning the numbers. There we go, English. Config, that's a lot of money for him. And Sunny is on the wrong bomb site. But what has he collected? What is the bounty? UMP, that'll do. He's got 51 seconds to make some extra cash with this.
We could save for the next round too. They are going to be buying. I guess the UMP is still viable, but yes, ideally get another $600. That would be great. Let's see if it's possible. Making good progress. Depends on the timing here. Looks like they will not be working in his favor. That's $1,800 for Config in that particular round, and a buy available here for Mouse. So 9 to 8. Remember, pistol round designed not to be as impactful these days. So not automatically going to be going 0-3. You get a chance to bring it back to 2-1. Krieg out for Chris J. And the Orc for Nico.
Krieg is awesome. Org, the players are proving me that if you're good enough as awesome, I guess I'm not good enough. Looking away from flashbangs on IVR Mousesports. There's a Molotov there from the CT side. This may slow down the approach of these Ts. Cajun be keeping an eye on things. I'm sure once he spots them, he will deploy smoke.
Oscar's just ready to eat them up. Oh. Rumby's jump peek. But where are they? KGB with a later peek, avoiding Oscar, but not for long enough. Will peek in and be laid to rest, and in they go. Yugi has to defend, has to go battle sniper mode. Turn it into a shotgun perhaps, but the nades will keep the T's at bay as they continue to try to push this position. Yugi going closer with the AWP. Oh my god, he makes it work. And Config holding it down the shotgun at the front of the yard as well. How is this happening? Mousesports looks so strong. Now it's down to Robson in 1v2. Gets another one though. Nico. Where the hell is Nico? He's got the Orc. Oh, the Orc does the job just barely.
Oof. It was a very tight round there, Dan. It will be the 3-0 for Optic. Mousesports focusing heavily towards Ivy. Traded out at the start, but Yugi does absolutely... Excuse me, hold up. Sneezing. There's absolutely everything with the AWP, and it comes down to the 1 versus 1. It's the Orc to save the day, and it's an eco for Mousesports once again. Tech 9 on Chris. Deagles are out. They've got smokes though. They could go for an outside execution from Pop Dog, or just try and play towards inner for the plant. Let's see what they decide to do. They are looking to avoid the headshot. They're looking at the ground so you don't get the spam from outside. Inside nade won't do much. And it looks like they're going to smoke down lower ramp, connect the tracks, and try and get a plant down there and find kills with their pistols.
In-stream Granates towards the B-bomb site. Countermeasures deployed by Optic. Molotov on the low grounds. Nico, does he hit? He plays on sidewalk. Surely he does. He's got some help as well, and that will be Death Alley for them, leaving Robson high ground with Desert Eagle. So patient with the shots, and he gets a lot more than you might expect out of it. 3 kills in total for Mousesports, and that is going to be a very expensive round for Optic. They take the lead, however, of all the rounds in the second half so far. But this was quite pricey for them. And I do wonder who's going to have a better buy here. Nico's down to the SMG because of these kills. The UMP for Cajun B.
Very expensive. Free gap for Chris J, all for Oscar once more. He'll be facing towards a connector, completely blind, takes down Config, and they might pounce upon that, but Sunny, caught in no man's land, Snappy will find him. So a 4-on-4 ensues, and Yugi, is he alright? Pushing inside with the Tech 9 AWP combo? That didn't seem to make much sense. And he'll be punished for it.
The waypoints are broken. Men left for the CTs, Snappy on the high grounds, falling down now. Can Cajun B use him as bait in case somebody tries to capitalize? Nico with a nice frag there with the SMG. Not working out terribly for the side just yet, but Snappy's in the red. Moving far away will worsen the impact of the UMP. Maybe advantage Mousesports.
He might try to wrap all the way around the back, but he's going to have to be pretty quick now, one would imagine. The bomb is ready to be put down, but Oscar has to check a lot of different positions, and he may not pick up the bomb so quickly. And surely there's not a world where Oscar reads this flank. It's like he really has no idea, and this might be the master play coming in from Cajun B as he continues to push in. Oscar's not even picked up the bomb yet. Now, only just now, smoking it. Still no CTs. And is it too late? Whoa, God, how has that happened?
It's Oscar things, basically.
That's so ridiculous. And if he had anything other than a UMP, he probably gets that kill, like an actual rifle. Oh, I think he got hit like 6 times by the UMP there.
I think he missed the first two bullets, actually. From what I could see, unless, I don't know, it's hard to tell because of the slight delay.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Scary, maybe terrifying to burst from that range. Nice one taps from Sunny. Good read on the economy, not shy to just come out and single click. It's like a nuclear keyboard. Hold the button down that only registers once. And that's a pretty brief round.
It really is. Sunny with some aim practice outside. Not really much to report from the CT POV. They're going to get a nice 1v, I believe. Snappy with the scout. And there's you.
That's true, by the way. In like nuclear facilities and places like that,
yeah,
the keyboards they have, if you hold the button down, it only registers one impression, so as to minimize mistakes.
Probably for the best.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Well then, CT's on the pistols now with Mousesports in the lead, looking to extend it ever so slightly. Hoping for no catastrophe. Willing to take these long duels. We have a lack of deagles in this round for Optic, so there is not too much to be concerned about. That said, of course, 2 players have been lost now for Mousesports, and Nico is rotating towards the B bomb site with 6 HP. Taking a gamble. That rotation continues, and now weapons have been collected. And now the guessing game begins, although it becomes slightly easier, but Config, he's got 1 kill with a Mac 10. Spotted, swatted, 12-10 Mousesports.
Absolutely. Mousesports bringing it back, 3 in a row. Money available, though, for Optic at this point after taking the full eco. Orbs out for Cajun B. He'll drop it for Snappy, and Yugi will purchase the secondary orb. So there we have it. It is a full buy, defuse kits and all. And Oscar, who's looked incredibly sharp today, will be there with the AWP as well. 12-10, couldn't really be close up. Optic on the CT side, you'd think they'd close it out, but it's proving to be quite difficult in the last few gun rounds here. Nico looking for players jumping across in the smoke. He'll get himself positioned inside. He's very, very good towards inner. Has demonstrated the awareness of the grenade, and I'll use that information to pounce. There's actually 3 players from the CTs here on this side of the map. Cajun B opens things up first. Nico to presumably get a few more. He's in great position here. The bomb gets dropped. Oh, it's an absolute bloodbath here on the B bomb side. They only find 1 single kill. They can't hunt Nico whatsoever. And Optic get back on their feet in really impressive style there. Mousesports actually will have another buy available. But look at this position. The smoke's down, finds them all. Bomb drops, no plant, and just completely destroys them single-handedly. Will there be a buy here for Mousesports? I think a pause to deliberate over the decision. See what they can come up with. But that's 3 in a row for Mousesports, and now Optic have broken the streak. So that's loss bonus removed. And indeed, quite a lot of cash for Mousesports. That's why they've taken the pause to work out how they distribute the welfare. Galil for Sticko. Chris J and Robs can't really buy that efficiently. I would dare say Chris J might buy a scout here. That's what he usually does in these sort of rounds. I guess the Galil as well, which he does. So 1 AK, 3 Galils, and 1 AWP. More than enough to win a round. Certainly compromised, though.
The 3 smokes, might imagine that they'll just be used for a fast out of play. We'll see if that will be the case, and whether it's fast or delayed. But we'll see some smokes being lined up straight away. And I say some smokes, again, they only had 3 total to start the round with. It's not a lot. And immediately, we'll see Oscar looking for a pick, and he's going to find himself Config opening it up there. Config has been aggressive repeatedly towards that T-con position, and it is definitely a dangerous game against the likes of Oscar with the AWP. And so with their 5 versus 4 early on, and with Rops having control here of upper B, you can see that Mousesports are very much liking this idea of finishing the round on that B bomb site now, and they've got 1 smoke, and so that makes a lot of sense.
Well, here we go then. Opening pick. Smoke down. Nika to defend. He was fantastic before. Can he replicate it this time?
Molly for the cross. They will cross regardless. Straight into the scope of the Krieg. All the armor penetration in the world, but only good for 1 kill. Bomb planted default. Man advantage Mousesports. Pushing through the bomb site, and the save has already been called. Abandoned ship, abandoned train, abandoned rails, abandon the children. Off towards Ivy. 2 AWP saves. Very strong buy, even just with this stuff, or whatever they buy around it, which will be notable. Config and Nico have money in place. So as long as they survive as 3, this will be a competitive round 25. But we are going into the dying rounds of game 1, match 1 rather, between these 2 sides. Who do you guys fancy for this one?
I'm not sure. It's still so difficult to call. You'd say maybe Optic, considering they're on the CT side, but they've only won 2 gun rounds so far, and Mousesports have just kept 4 players alive. I'm going to say Mousesports.
Yeah, I'm probably leaning Mousesports as well at the moment, but it is indeed very, very close. We're going to have some pivotal rounds coming up now, of course. You know, the money being gone as it is. So if Mousesports pick this one up and there's no buy in the next one for Optic, which there likely won't be, then Mousesports have pretty much gotten to the win. Be very, very close to it. So this is one of the very most important rounds of the entire match now. And that's not a good start for Optic.
Oh my god, you can see the smoke down to suggest Yugi wasn't there, but Oscar completely destroys him there, right down the side of the wall. Yugi gets dropped. Here comes the secondary over Snappy. Does he dare challenge Oscar? Does he have the minerals to do it? Secondary down just to allow him to reposition. Asian pretty confident now, focusing towards Pop Dog and main entrance. Plenty of time, still over a minute, as Mousesports will show a little bit of presence towards outside. Don't necessarily have to do anything with it.
Mousesports man there, moving towards the B bomb site. Huddling over the top. Chris J running distraction towards the Ivy area in the meantime. Now, does he suicide on the A bomb site, as I would call it, if I would instruct somebody to just make the play, kill or die, whatever. Anyway, the B players moving in now. Nico hasn't spotted much just yet. The Robs will lurk on the top behind the smoke. He has angles to watch the push, and he's pre-front towards Nico. He's got to be really careful now. Robs moves away. Bomb is planted. Now, the T's are not advancing as they have previously. Stiko's moving up. It's really important that they do that. Robs tagging and fragging, leaving 3 players, and I think the save has been called again for Optic.
I think you might be right. It's a difficult pill to swallow, but the fact is, it's unlikely you win this round under 5 versus 3. Your money is in desperate need of a resurgence. So saving the 2 orbs again, it's pretty much all you can do. It's going to be 14-11 Mousesports, but let's see if Christian can hunt anyone down here. You can see they're all positioned once again towards Ivy, including his AWPs, so I don't know if we'll see another kill here. Looks like Mousesports will let them live once again and rebuy into the next round. They definitely have enough for rifles and those 2 orbs.
The call to go B there after getting the first pick was really cool from Mousesports, because there is that situation where you're giving Optic a bunch of hard decisions, and one of the hard decisions there is, well, okay, they can just walk into that B bomb site and get the bomb down. So do you want to go for a retake here? It's not guaranteed. You don't know. Mousesports haven't given you any other chances to try and pick up a kill, maybe by defending T-Con or Pop Dog or something, or because there's another 1v1 on Ali. No, it's just straight into that B bomb site, and you have to make a decision. And so it's kind of cool that Mousesports put Optic in that spot where they have to make a really hard choice. And now we go down to the all or nothing for Optic. Krieg still on Chris. I respect it.
Oscar, boatload of frags to his name. Sandy with 21 as well. Rob's 22. High fragging affair on the Mousesports side as they look towards main entrance again. It's Yugi looking for the first kill, nails the shot. Config will get another player as well, so they've done so much damage initially here. It's essentially a 5-on-3 with Chris J just removed from the equation. And now, what's the play? They try and boost behind that smoke desperately in Pop Dog and hope for the best here. I don't think that's the call. They're going to have to pull back here.
Oh dear, that's a bit exposed. Denied. Doesn't get much more hopeless than this.
As you can see, the players will not give away any sounds at this point in the round because there's so much value in those for the opponent. There's a deep smoke into main. Where are you off to, Mousesports? Not many places in this 2 versus 5. As you can see, the money is less than ideal for Mousesports, and they could do with holding on to these weapons. I'm sure Ops would like an upgrade. There's only so much you can expect to have. A flashbang. Seiko avoids it. 23 seconds now. So what does he want to get out of this? Is he trying to take a weapon away? Well, he has. Not the way he might have liked. And it seems Rops will seek elimination. And there he has it. Down he goes. 14-12 in favor of Mousesports. They've got a 2-round buffer. And they will buy regardless.
Of course.
And the crazy thing is that Config has made that peak many times in this game. Being very aggressive towards the T-Con position, really wants to take control over it, and you can see once he starts to get a grip on it, it becomes very difficult to do much. And Mousesports, they're in a lot of trouble now. They need to make this work, otherwise this lead is going to disintegrate.
Oh. What happened there? Well, either way, Robs doesn't seem to care. As he'll push through towards up. He's been so good at that sort of play recently. Snappy misses the crucial shot. Chris J with the punish there with the Krieg, the long-range weapon, managing to find the head. And this could be match point. This is now a 4-on-2. Cajun B, the last hope, at least for now. As his teammate is Molotov off towards a connector, and he's getting aggro himself. This looks almost like a lock-in at this stage. Sticko holding up, looking towards up. Looks like the CTs will just have to concede this one. Flashbang through. Sticker will go down. But still, they're not hiding towards Ivy this time. Are they going to be locked in? Are the CTs in trouble? One of them certainly is. Cajun B. Going to get knifed? Got a bit awkward. It's like, well, you're moving too much. I'm just going to put you out of your misery.
I wonder if he was looking for the knife or seeing if he would lead him to the other CT.
Yeah, that's an idea. I'm not sure what happened in the brown halls. It looked like they Molotov themselves on the T side. And Chris J, though, saves the day. The Krieg and the scope looking phenomenal.
Well, there it is. A timeout from Mousesports. What can we expect of our opponent? How much money are they likely to have? And how will we proceed? If Optic can win this one, perhaps there's another buy for Mousesports, especially if they plant a bomb. But there's only 3 rounds between these two sides. Yes, Mousesports have got to match point, but there is plenty of Counter-Strike to be played by Optic. So let's see what they can do.
Let's have a look. It's not too bad, the overall complexion of the buy. But now 3 rounds in a row. To be fair, the money's not amazing on Mousesports. If Optic can win this one, the buy will be weak next, and then they might have a chance for overtime. But let's just focus on this round for now. Smokes towards outer, 2 of them in fact. Let's see whether this will be enough to close things out. Mousesports trying to remove vision from the CTs here. Config sits in the pop dog, making their way back towards inside.
So Chris J will be the lurk on Ali. So lots of harassment towards that B-bomb site, but trying to pull some rotation. Sunny creeps out. Oh, he's got a free one. He does get taken down, but that's absolutely worth it because now Chris is going to hit the running and he can escape from the alley position. Now coming back onto the angle, but still Cajun with a FAMAS of all weapons wins the battle. And that could be a swing frag because Mousesports did not get into the B-bomb site. They have to go back to A.
The thing is, Optic are now out of position. Always got to be aware of the IV area. That's a massive frag from Stico. Hello, yes, I am back in the team. Snappy rotating now. He's up old bomb, trying to stop the bomb from going down. You can see they know they don't have control of Ivy, so Stico baiting a peek from the CTs, but there is no peek from Cajun B. And on the second occasion, or third maybe it will be. Big frag. That is not what they needed, Optic. 2 versus 2. Missed the opportunity to take down the bomb planter. Rops will deliver the kill. That leaves Cajun B with 7 HP. And I'm sure he was spotted crossing as well. Does Tico have the right angle? I don't think he'll be looking to his left here. So Cajun B, oh, there it is. Marvelous stuff. 16 to 12 for Mousesports on train.
Oh my goodness, Sticker, that was pretty disgusting towards the end. He only gets 12 kills total, but if he closes out the game in that sort of fashion,
impact frags.
Yeah, you can't be too mad about that whatsoever. That shot towards Yugi in a round it looked like it was going to fall apart, and I built it up, I think, before. If they had lost that round, money would have been wrecked. It was likely to go overtime, so he saves the day in more ways than one. Excellent work, and I have to say, Robs for me was looking fantastic throughout this game. Sticko, good return to the team. You can see that's great frags from him, and he's designed just to work around the team. Give them what they need, comfortable setups, and it looks like they're back to their usual selves. Yugi, for me, didn't really deliver the performance I was hoping for. I think I've built him up a few times in ECS so far. We haven't really seen that much. I want to see a bit more, James. He can be excellent.
Absolutely, yes. He needs to be consistent from one map to another. It's been a while since we saw the big highlights from him. But again, a close game. The first match of 2. More to come from both these sides.
Absolutely so. You can see Chris J and the Krieg making more appearances. Dan, you convinced by the Krieg? Are you thinking this is we're going to see a lot more of this as the year develops?
I always thought the Krieg was really good, even before this patch, but obviously the money has really made it. I definitely think we should and will see it a lot more.
There we go. Here's the scores for you. Config, didn't deserve to be on the losing team with those sort of stats. 24-21. Cajun B trying to keep up with him. 15. Snappy, decent job as well. It wasn't really the fragging that's a problem for Optic. It was just more the financial situation that fell apart. There we go, Mousesports with 24 for Robs. He gets my MVP. He had an amazing game. He's always so confident on train, great at holding inner and also taking it on the T side as well. I love the fact he's just so no fear towards the upper ramp especially. He's more than happy just to walk in by himself, no grenades, take the aim duel and more than likely win it. It's quite rare to see someone look that confident when they play Counter-Strike. It's wonderful to see. So that's the first showing of Sticko back in Mousesports. It looks pretty good so far, I would say.
Yes, I don't know how many changes they made in terms of small things in the game when Snacks was on, but I don't think it'll take them long to get back into their stride with their usual 5.
Absolutely so. It's going to be Inferno next, chaps, and we'll be back with that map in a few minutes. We'll see you there.